boys and girls. Today we're going to continue talking about informative writing. Yesterday we looked at a lot of different informative books, and we learned that informative books teach us about a topic. Today we are going to look at those same books to see what is so special about them. We are going to make a chart of some of the things we find in informative writing in these books. Let's start with our panda book. We are going to go through a picture walk through the book and notice what we see about the informative writing in this book. Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get started on our picture walk. The first page says giant panda and has a picture of a very big panda bear. This page says bear cat and has another picture of a panda bear. On this page, it looks like a panda is climbing up a very tall tree. And on this page, we see a diagram of a panda. We haven't talked about diagrams too much. A diagram is used to show the different parts of the panda's body. So that's what they are explaining in all of these orange boxes. This says bamboo breakfast. So this page must tell us what they eat for breakfast. This page says a day in the life, and there's 3 panda bears. So this must tell us all about their life. I see a picture of a baby panda bear, and this page is called Baby Steps. We see the same orange boxes that we saw on our diagram page of our panda, but on this page it looks like it tells us about the panda cub's life. Here is a picture of a red panda, and this page is also called Red Pandas, so this must tell us all about red pandas. This page says protecting pandas. Here we see a lot of baby panda cubs. This must be about baby pandas again. And this page says Panda Amazing Facts. We're going to talk about facts more later this week, but a fact is something that you can prove. So on this page, we can read through all these facts and learn even more about panda bears. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and look at our second information book over polar bears. Now that we've looked through our first information book about panda bears, Miss K wants you to see if you notice any of the same pictures or pages in this polar bear book that you might have seen in the panda book. Let's go ahead and get started on our picture walk. Okay, so this page says, "Who am I?" And we see a picture of a polar bear. This page says, "Big bears." We see some more pictures of polar bears. Oh, it looks like we see another diagram on this page. This diagram isn't of the polar bear's body, but it's of its paw and tells you all about its paws and its claws. Can you guess what this page is about? Well, it says super swimmers, and we see a polar bear swimming in the water. So it's about how they swim. This says, "What's for dinner?" It looks like seals are what they like to eat for dinner if we're just looking at that picture. We see some more real pictures of polar bears. This says bears in town. And this says 7 amazing polar bear facts. Remember, friends, facts are something that you can prove. So you can read this page to learn even more about polar bears. This page says cute cubs. So here we can learn about polar bear babies. And this page is called Playtime. Okay, boys and girls, now that we've looked at two information books, let's go ahead and make a chart over things we noticed in our information books. What are certain things that you saw in both our panda information book and in our polar bear information book? Okay, boys and girls, now that we have looked at two information books, let's go ahead and make our chart of what we noticed in both of those books. What are some things you noticed in our panda information book and our polar bear information book? I heard lots of great things. One thing I heard someone say is facts. Remember, facts are something that you can prove. In both books, we talked about how they have facts about the pandas and about the polar bears. And by reading those facts, you can learn even more about those animals. I also heard someone say diagrams. We saw a diagram of the panda's body in our first information book. And in our second information book, they had a diagram over the polar bear's paws. And another thing I heard a friend say was real pictures. In information books, they have real pictures of the animals that we were talking about. Great job today, boys and girls, learning more about information books and the informative writing that are in them. For your assignment today, you're going to sort through some information books and some books that aren't information books. Remember, we've talked about three things that informative books have: facts, diagrams, and real pictures. Use what we've talked about today to help you with your assignment. Great job today, friends.